Good morning, my friends. I guess you might be wondering where I've been. It's been several weeks since I have done any videoing, and that is because I've been sick with pneumonia. Uh, it has not been fun, that's for sure, and you probably still can hear it in my sinuses, but in any case, today's a day where I'm finally feeling good after 2 rounds of antibiotics. You might hear me cough a little bit, but that's just the after effects. So I have missed not being able to do the video, and I was trying to think today, what should I talk about? And a lot has gone on in the last few weeks. First my husband was sick, and then I got sick, and we also had a horrific storm on the 4th of July that it didn't affect our street as far as tree damage and power lines down, but the whole surrounding area here has been devastated. In a very short square mileage, just it looks like a tornado had come through, but they have not said that. But so many road closures, and we did lose our power for 4 days, and when we don't have power, we don't have water. So needless to say, anyone who knows me well, we are campers. We do go camping. This is our season, but this was like camping in the house and not fun at all. So we do have a small generator, and it's not enough to run the entire house, but it is enough to keep our refrigerator going. And of course, this was during this massive heat wave that we just had, where it was 100 degrees during the day. So we had to alternate between having the refrigerator on for a few hours and then switching over to the air conditioner for a few hours. We had extension cords all over the place. We had big buckets of water in our bathroom so that we were able to flush the toilet. We had a little camping propane stove on top of our own stove, so that we could cook a little bit here and there, and that also my husband could boil water at night, and he could do whatever dishes we used. We mainly used paper plates, obviously, but it has been a whirlwind the last 3 weeks, and so I thought I would like to talk about enduring. And there are going to be times in life that things just totally go crazy all at the same time. Like I said, with us being sick, we were both sick at the same time, and then I seemed to, take it one step further by having pneumonia, and then losing the power. And I'm so thankful, though, that we did get it back yesterday. It was 4 days, though. But there are so many things that are out of our control, and we have to endure it or go through it for whatever the time frame is. I thought I was going to be better earlier. I thought I just had a cold, and then one thing led to another, and just doctor visits and chest x-rays and all that fun stuff, all the antibiotics that I've been on, and then the power being out. These were things that weren't planned, obviously. So we had a great camping trip the last week of June, and I was just sitting outside my camper every morning and just looking at the view, which was just pine trees, and it was just blue skies, and it was sunny, and I was so relaxed and just enjoying the surroundings. I didn't know what was going to happen once we came home 2 days later, with my husband getting ill, and then that turned into me getting ill, and then the storm that came. And so sometimes I feel in life that we get those respites of time of just peace and relaxation because it's preparing us for what is coming. And could we endure after coming from such a peaceful and relaxing vacation where I basically did nothing except just enjoy the beauty that was around us and enjoy being with family, because my sister was camping next to us. And coming home, I had no idea what was going to happen over the next 3 weeks. But we endured and we got through it. There were days that it wasn't easy when I was really sick. There were days when, with the power being out, it just means you have to do a lot of things differently because you don't have power and you don't have water. We have a well, and so the well obviously needs electricity to run, and our generator is not capable of doing that, and it's a separate electric meter anyway than our house. But we had to endure going through this. And so I'm thankful that we had the camping trip right before and it was peaceful. And I think that prepared us for what was coming. So my words of encouragement to you today is, you might be in a season of peacefulness and relaxation, but as in life, things can change quickly and you have to endure it and you have to get through it. It's not easy at times, but to me, you have to stay focused on the hope at the end. I knew I was going to get better. I just didn't know when I was going to get better. And so those were the hard days for me, because I would be coughing my head off and no appetite. And although that's back, which is a good thing. But I didn't know how long this was going to go on. I did not know how long we were going to be without power. In fact, as I'm doing this video, we're on day 5 after this storm, and there are still many people around me that do not have power. And so I'm thankful that ours came back yesterday. But we did what we had to do to endure. And I think people have a strength inside of them when these unexpected things happen, that they can tap into that strength and they can endure it. It doesn't mean it's going to be a picnic of a time, but you have the strength inside of you. And a lot of people don't think they do, but you do have it in you. So I would say, if you're going through this rough patch right now, or rough time, I don't know what it is for you, you have strength inside of you. And for me, it's God's strength that gets me through these moments and these tough times. And for you, it may be something different that you tap into that gives you strength. But for me, it's God. And my favorite verse in the Bible, and it's also my mom's favorite verse in the Bible, is, I can do all things through Christ who gives me the strength. And that is true. So I hope you all have a blessed day. I will try to make a video sooner. I just did not anticipate all the things that had just happened with us in the last several weeks. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.